Fournette last week, only 4.6 fantasy points. He finishes the running back 44 in PPR. He had 8 carries, ran 22 routes. So that was normal. He ran the normal amount of routes, but he only had 3 targets, 26 total yards. And it seems like, he started the first 3 weeks between 77 and 86% snaps and has since dropped. 3 of his last 4 games have been 61% of snaps or fewer. What's happened since then? The emergence of Rachaad White. Rachaad White, the 3rd round rookie, pass catching profile. I'll talk more about him in a couple minutes. But Leonard Fournette as running back 12, I think that's, once again, putting some projection on, this is going to be a great offense, right? We've seen now 3 of the last 6 games for Leonard Fournette finishing outside the top 23 of running backs, right? He finished running back 25 in week 2, running back 24 in week 3, and now running back 44. He did have some spike weeks. He finishes the running back 1 against Atlanta. Though let's take a step back. Atlanta's making everyone look like they are a fantasy stud. So, going against the Baltimore Ravens rushing defense, they're a slight matchup. They allow the 13th most running back fantasy points on the season. But when it comes to the receiving game, right, it's the routes for Rachaad White that have me concerned about Leonard Fournette replicating that higher end target share in this game. I think Rachaad White gets a lot more of that work. I mean, I'll give a little bit of a hint. Rachaad White has 3 of his last 4 games has 14 routes or more each of those games, and he's had at least 4 targets 3 of the last 4 games. So I think that there is a trending up for Rachaad White. But we'll get there. We'll get to Rachaad White. It's just that I think that this is maybe the beginning of the end for Leonard Fournette. And maybe I'm wrong about it. The consensus has him at 12. Right now I have him at 14. Looking at the range of rankings for Leonard Fournette, I mean, as I said, the consensus is 12. Actually, the consensus is 12 and a half PPR. The range ranks from running back 3 all the way to running back 20. And I think that it's going to be closer to that running back 15 range than it is going to be to that running back 1 or running back 3 range. So I think that that's if I'm picking going one side or the other from this middle running back 12, I think I'm going to go lower than running back 12. May Leonard Fournette fall in the end zone? Possibly. And that would have gotten him, up to 10.6 fantasy points. That would have gotten him as a high end running back 3. And over the last 7 games, Leonard Fournette has 12 red zone carries. He's had 7 in the last 3 games, but I am concerned about his role moving forward, especially because Todd Bowles has mentioned that he may want to see more of the youth getting work to see what they have. And especially if this game gets out of hand quickly. Like, I don't anticipate that being the case. This is Tampa Bay at home. But Thursday night games get weird and it's maybe frustrating. So we may see Leonard Fournette get a little bit of room, but I am worried about, once again, a ceiling outcome for Leonard Fournette in this game.